Hello fellow engine builders, Matthew back here with RT Precision Machine. Unfortunately, the last video I made was all out of focus, so I'm going to retry this. The only thing I did before was I talked about mounting these things up and how they're hard to get a hold of, and I've just taken pieces of angle iron that goes in the fin and just lightly hold it down, and it ain't going nowhere. It's enough to just make a skim cut, and that's all we're doing. But let me make sure we're back in focus again and we'll be good to go. Yes, I believe we are. I believe that's good. I might bring us in a little bit. I'm actually going to bring the camera around here so maybe you can see this a little bit better. Pardon the shaking. See if I can get you dialed in here and you can see a little bit what's going on just a little better. I'll zoom in on it. Alrighty then. What we do is we come down and I'll just do a touch off here. Okay. Zero my. So we lock the spindle, the quill. Sorry, call it spindle, but it's got a spindle in it. But it's the quill. We lock the quill down once we get it to where we want it close, and then we adjust with down here. With this right here, this pulls the table up, which gives us our feed, and we can go with fine adjustment. Anyways, we touch off there. We just want it just to barely touch. It's barely touching. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can hear it. And we'll take a skim coat. I'll lubricate it. And make sure we're right here there. Come across. Basically, I just take this a light touch off. Make sure ain't nothing weird going on there. And it wasn't. It's just barely touching the sleeve there. Looks good. And I'll begin the cut. So I'll take 2/1000ths off at a time. I always like to put my fingers there just to make sure nothing was vibrating or anything. I could feel a vibration between the two metals there if it was loose or something. It feels good. Because it ain't particularly the best arrangement to hold something, but I've never had an issue. Always the first though. Always the first time for everything. But just use common sense. Everything works out all right. So this is just the first initial cut. And what I'll do is I don't like dragging them back, so I'll stop the cutter, bring it back over, And we can definitely see low spots. Definitely see low spots. I don't know if you can see it or not, but oh, oops. The cutter has touched, it started right here, it touched this bolt hole right there, and then right here it did not touch at all. Use this valve. My finger ain't in the way. It didn't touch at all right there. It did not touch at all right there going into the cylinder either. But then again, it starts touching right here. You can see this line. It cut all this. And then over here, it touched right there. It touched right here. Touched a little bit right there. But none of this right here was touched. All low spots. It started touching again right there. So you can see it's where it was warped, it's tightened, loose spots. This would have blown head gaskets right through there and through here. That was 2/1000ths, so those spots are lower than 2/1000ths because I just removed 2/1000ths off of it from a 0. Do another cut. Take another 2 off of it. It looks like this will clean it up. Nope, not all the way. Back there in the back, still leaving a shadow. And that's 4/1000ths cut off. That just goes and tells you the surface looks fine. But the machine doesn't lie. There's still a low spot right here, all right there. It barely touched right here on the edge, but it didn't touch anywhere in here. It's just a weak spot right there. It was right here. So now I believe that'll clean up with just another little cut. So we'll do a finish cut on it. We'll look at it. Sorry guys. I'm good at knocking the camera over. Anyways, at least get a laugh out of it. I'm gonna do a finish cut and we'll be good to go. Whip it up good. Another 2 thou. I'll cut it a little slower this time. And what you know, if you think you're seeing a vibration on the machine, it's the whole machine. It's not in between this and the table. The machine is not anchored to the concrete here. I have not put concrete anchors in yet. So the whole machine has a little vibration in it, but that doesn't matter because everything is moving together. It's not moving apart from each other. Makes a difference. So if I bolted it down, it wouldn't vibrate. It's just vibrating a little bit on the concrete there. I'm gonna get it anchored down. I'm using this CVN cutter instead of the PCD, and it leaves that white look to it. It just drags a little bit, but the finish is fine. It's just cosmetic, really. But like I said, when you're cutting a bimetal, there's nothing you can do about it. They make some cutters that are a little bit better for cutting aluminum and iron at the same time, but and they work okay. But this is not a real issue. If it was, I mean, I would think about it, but it's just all cosmetic. So that one's done. I just have to wash it. That's what I'm talking about. Those marks on the end, that's not grooves. See, it's actually shiny area. See, that's a shiny area, not a groove. It's just where the metal was not dragging or whatever. It's just how that cutter cuts on aluminum. It looks like grooves, but it's not. See, dead glass. I'll unbolt it and I'll show you a little bit better. Might give me a better tripod. That thing's a piece of junk. This a little off. See if I can show you so you can see what I'm talking about here. See, it's a shiny area. It's not actually this texture. Got oil on it, so it's hard to tell, but anyways, that surface. And they don't always do that. Like I said, it's just where the oil's caught just right. Because with a PCD cutter, it would all be shiny. Instead of that kind of a duller look. Anyways, that one's done. And that's how you surface a Harley cylinder on a Bridgeport. As you can see, I surfaced a lot of them there. It's covered in aluminum. Well, you can see back in there, I have to clean it quite regularly. But the shop gets pretty filthy of aluminum. Anyways, well, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share, and subscribe so we can build this channel. I'd like to be able to get a better tripod, get a better camera system, and start having better quality videos for y'all, because I know the quality is not the greatest on the filming yet, but I'm hoping the content is good. I'm hoping you learn something. This is just practical, real world machining, just rough and uncut. No pun intended, but Hope you like it, hope you enjoy it, and like I said, just tell me what you like to see. I'd like to really get something that y'all are interested in. It could be machining heads, machining blocks, rods. I do not grind crankshafts, so we won't get into that. I send the crankshafts off. We can do, like I said, assembly of cylinder heads, setting up valve spring pressures, checking piston to valve clearance, checking piston to wall clearance on things. And I'm going to go through all that when I do some of these builds. The next build, I've got an aluminum block, big block Chevrolet W series engine I'm trying to work on. It's been here for a really long time. It's a custom everything. So it's literally taken about 2 years just to get parts. Everything has been a pain on that engine, and I might do a series on putting it together. We'll see. It's got a lot of high-end parts, Jessel rockers. It's got custom pistons. It's got tool steel billet camshaft. It's got a lot of special stuff in it, but ported heads. It's just a street engine, but it could be a really radical beast if they wanted it to be, but he just wanted it to show car. But anyways, yeah, just let me know what you want to see and we'll try to do that. Have a good day and God bless.